F1 World is by far one of the biggest changes coming to F1 23, combining Grand Prix, time trial, online multiplayer and last year's F1 Life into a single easy to access hub. F1 World introduces a wide new range of exciting events and races for every player to enjoy. EA and Codemasters were kind enough to invite us down to try out F1 World for ourselves, and so I'm Mark from RacingGames, and here's what we think of F1 World coming to F1 23. F1 World has been built using the same environments as F1 Life, except this time these environments have a reason. When you first load into the game, you'll see your avatar sitting enjoying him or herself in their apartment, surrounded by up to 3 other avatars. These other avatars can be made up of either your online friends who own the game, AI generated characters, or a combination of the two. Unlike the rest of F1 23, F1 World has been specifically designed to be more arcade-like. For players wanting the more realistic sim race modes, career mode is the place for you. If, however, you're wanting to learn more about how to drive F1 cars and master various tracks, this is the place for you. The same can be said for learning how to play F1 23. Instead of just dropping you into Grand Prix mode and forcing you to make your own fun, F1 World introduces you to every game mode of F1 23. Players start in the series and the Welcome to F1 World events. These ease players into the types of events F1 World offers, starting with a 3-lap race around Austria before nipping over to Silverstone and Abu Dhabi. Completing events in the series unlocks more single player and multiplayer challenges to take on, with the difficulty ramping up in each one. Eventually the game will throw you into endurance races of 50% or even 100% distance, as well as races with all assists turned off to really test your racing mettle. The series has been designed to be exactly that, a series. This means you can hop in and out whenever you have time, with no championship formats forcing you to sit through a 5-race event just to find out at the end you failed and have to do it all over again. The series is just part of F1 World though. Solo and multiplayer events are also available to compete in. Unlike the static series though, these events are a lot more dynamic, being updated daily, weekly or seasonally to reflect the real world F1 calendar. The weekly Grand Prix feature from F1 22 can now be found here, as can scenarios, replacing the former featured events. Whilst featured events only took place during off weeks in F1 22, scenarios will be rotated every week, challenging players to replicate a real-life result from the 2023 F1 season, or even change the course of F1 history. The example we were shown was to take Lewis Hamilton to victory in the Canadian Grand Prix, possibly a stretch in real life, but very much doable in F1 23. F1 esports events have also been incorporated into F1 World this year, with results still leading to rewards even if you don't qualify for the main event itself. Speaking of rewards, let's talk about those now. If you reach certain objectives during events, you'll unlock rewards. These could be upgrades to your F1 World car, to contracts for your F1 World team members, or even trophies for your virtual trophy cabinet. Rewards aren't just limited to objectives, however. Just by completing laps, players can receive rewards through the new per laps drop. These rewards have been created to keep players from giving up if they're struggling with a specific event. Previously, players could find themselves stuck in a catch-22. The car's not good enough to pass the objective, but without passing the objective, you can't unlock any upgrades to the car. With the per lap drops, every lap completed, even in a failed attempt, can lead to unlocking that vital upgrade needed to progress. This is an awesome feature, and that's coming from someone who's fallen into the not being able to progress trap far too many times to count. Per lap drops can even be won through custom games and events with no objective rewards, so pretty neat. Oh, and the harder difficulty you play on, the higher the chance of receiving a per lap drop. Nice. So you've finished an event and you're rewarded with an upgrade to your car. Now what? Simply head over to your garage and apply that upgrade to the respective area. Upgrading the car improves your tech level, with your current tech level being the average of all components on the car. Your tech level isn't just an arbitrary number though, as it dictates the difficulty of the AI you'll be facing in series events. At the time of release, your tech level will start at 100, with the goal to get it to 1000. For players who max out their tech level in the first week of playing, you're not quite finished yet, as every seasonal update will increase the tech level cap, enticing players back to play the new events and continue growing their tech level. Multiplayer races will use your tech level to help calculate a finishing position, with extra rewards on the line if you can exceed that target. But for players wanting to play ranked but worried about their rivals' tech levels, don't panic. Ranked is a level playing field, with your tech level not factored in whatsoever. so now you can race freely without worrying about being blown off track by a tech level 1000 player. Besides upgrading the car though, F1 World also allows you to upgrade your team members. Contracts won during events can be applied to your team, signing up a new team principal, team strategist, or R&D to help boost your performance more. Different team members offer different perks, from reducing the car's weight when tyre degradation reaches a certain point, to increasing rewards after an event. Contracts last a set number of events, and have been implemented to prevent players from shuffling their team around for every single event. Contracts can also be created by players using team resources. For those worried about microtransactions, contracts and components can be provided from the Podium Pass, but only once per season. Beyond that, resources, contracts and upgrades cannot be purchased separately, so no pay to win. Yay! Tech levels are just one aspect considered when it comes to online lobbies. New to F1 23, replacing the previous safety rating system, the license system makes the online experience so much better. Ranging from D to A, players are given a license level based on their ability, experience and cleanliness. All new players are assigned a C license, with clean driving and race wins rewarded by progressing up to a B license and eventually the A license. Players who would rather play dodgems than race F1 cars will be tossed into the D level, only emerging again once they've cleaned up their act. As well as assisting with matchmaking, a player's license also determines the settings for that lobby. C lobbies have collisions and damage disabled, auto recovery enabled, and pit stops and safety cars set to cinematic. B lobbies are largely the same, but with damage set to reduced and collisions enabled after lap 1. A lobbies are the real deal, with full damage, all collisions enabled and pit stops and safety cars set to interactive. Players with higher license levels can still choose which level to race at, but there are benefits to racing on higher license levels. Rewards are better on the higher levels, and bonus events can be unlocked, but players struggling to get beyond a C license can still enjoy F1 World without being penalised for their license. All events within F1 World affect your license level, from solo events in the series to custom races with your friends. Those wishing to play Destruction Derby in custom games, you can choose to have that race not impact on your license, so enjoy ramming your friends into the barriers on the Nouvelle Chicane. Along with progressing your license, you'll also be able to obtain ranking points from ranked multiplayer. In F1 World, players are split into divisions, with the highest ranked players at the end of every week gaining promotion to the next division. The lowest division is Bronze, with a higher number of players being able to achieve promotion from this division. Just like with the lap drops, you'll be able to win ranking points just by competing in races, even if you don't win every time. F1 23 wants to reward players of all abilities, not just the elite, and so ranking points are easier to obtain than you might think. Once players reach the pinnacle of ranked, the elite division, gone is the league table. Instead, a leaderboard will show you how you stack up compared to the rest of the world. Rewards are also increased by climbing the divisions through XP boosts, with the Elite Division boosting your XP by 20%. Ranked races are also different this year. Instead of choosing from the entire circuit pool, races take place on one of 3 tracks per season. This smaller pool rotates every season, being limited to 3 so as to make tracks easier to learn for races with limited time. Another nice touch if you ask us. Combining this with the Track Mastery series in the series will really help players when it comes to ranked racing. Finally, in F1 World we have the Compendium. On the surface, this just looks like a virtual sticker book, but there's actually a lot more to it than that. Stickers are awarded through upgrading the car, race rewards, and from the Podium Pass. Completing a section of the Compendium not only reveals an image from the history of F1, it also unlocks the ability to read all about what the image shows. The Compendium exists as a means to educate new fans, the Drive to Survive generation if you will, as to just how incredible Formula 1 can be. From the infamous Senna vs Prost rivalry to Max Verstappen dominating 2022, there is so much history to F1 that the Compendium covers. The Compendium is also a great way to track your progress throughout your time in F1 World, especially when you don't always have the time to grind your way through races. According to Codemasters, there are 3 main ways to complete F1 World. These are completing all available events, reaching the maximum tech level, and filling your Compendium with every sticker. For all those completionists out there, you need to start collecting those stickers. And that's everything about F1 World. F1 World is a fantastic addition to F1 23. For all its doubters out there, there are several reasons to give this game mode a try. Codemasters have clearly listened to the feedback on F1 22's F1 Life, and have worked to improve on all their mistakes from last year. The menu screens are easy to navigate, the series is a great way to get stuck into the world of Formula 1, the Masteries series are perfect for those who need to brush up on their skills, and the Compendium is a genius way to take a nostalgic look back at the sport we all love. Bringing all game modes outside Career Mode and My Team into a single, accessible hub ensures players get to see everything F1 23 offers, and we here can't wait to give everything a try when the game releases in just 2 weeks' time. Oh, and for those wondering, all the sofas, rugs and other accessories in F1 22 will be in F1 23 by default from launch. Are you still skeptical about F1 World, or are you now excited to get stuck into the series and master every track on the F1 calendar? Let us know down below, and be sure to subscribe to the channel while you're there for all things F1 23. For now though, thanks for watching. I've been Mark from RacingGames, and we'll catch you here on the channel for another video soon.